And good job on the name. I know it's a tough one. I would love to say I'll talk about a less heavy topic, but no, this one's stressful. Why would we spend a year? Why would 6 people spend a year working on stress? Apply artificial intelligence to it, do all kinds of studies, experiments. Why? I mean, the answer is pretty clear. It gets a little more interesting, though, as you start diving into the data specifically. How many of you knew this? How many of you just inherently knew? Wow, there's not a male hand up. That's frustrating, right? And I think that's actually part of the story I'm here to tell, is that the market for solving stress is essentially untapped. How many of you knew this one? got a male first, right? Most people are completely unaware of the 4 different levels of unbearable stress that moms are dealing with. And this shocks most people. That's right, it's a trillion. When you look at the consumer side of the stress market, and you look at what companies are willing to pay to reduce stress and get productivity, it is massive. So what do we do? What do we do? There are 3 ways to handle stress. The first is to actually reduce the pain. Get the mind grounded. Take blood away from the hippocampus, to be specific, to a more rational or manageable part of the brain. And we do this with videos and very beautiful music, but also with something called a daily focus. In 90 seconds, we get you to focus on a single word. And it really, really grounds your mind. So you can do what? You can do the next stage. You can actually start to manage your stress, which is stress reduction. This is where the AI kicks in. Look at where your stress is across the 6 parts of your life. Score it. Do it yourself. This is actively engaging your own brain on why am I doing this? What actually is stressing me? Which leads to an actionable outcome. If I know what my stress is, I probably know what to do about it, even though I probably won't. I'll let it linger and it'll eventually kill me, right? But once you put it in, this is the part that most people are generally very surprised about is, wait, there's a recommendation just for what I put in? That's, again, where the AI comes in. So you look at hundreds of recommendations from our experts, and we find the one that actually solves your specific stress problem, or the closest thing to it. And then, of course, rinse and repeat, and learn, and personalize. If you want to go further, what stress prevention is say you're a mom with 2 kids, and sure, I can get you down. But there's certain skills you really need to learn if you don't want to be that stressed the next day, or the next day, or you get it, right? So that's actually where the larger expertise group comes into play. And this is specific 3-day, 9-day, 15-day courses where you're walking through something that causes repeated stress, like mom guilt, like money, like relationships. So that's what Mindcurrent does. This is the only presentation that actually shows a price. That might seem really strange because you're like, what's he going to throw in if I order in the next 10 minutes? Right? No, there's a reason I do that. And it actually goes back to what we do. You will not make a change until you know what it actually costs you. What do you have to do for it? So that's why we actually list what the app actually costs. It's unfortunate, this slide, because almost all of our investors are women and almost all of our advisors are women. But you get to see the founders. Any one of these guys could be CEO. Where are we in our journey? We're right here. We're racing towards our first 1,000 subscribers. That's why I'm here. I'd like to know who of you would want to join the journey. Who would try Mindcurrent, right? Because somebody has to tackle stress. Why not try it with AI and human expertise? We are. So you'll hear in December that the government is investing in this. It's a big problem, right? It solves a lot of solutions. But we also have to raise private capital. And that's what we're doing right now. We're raising our pre-seed to get to those 1,000 customers. One thing you didn't hear from anyone else is what their customers are saying about them. This is what NPR had to say about Mindcurrent, right? That's pretty interesting. They're pretty good. I actually would have paid them for that marketing. It's better than mine. And most people get it. This is what one of our users is saying. And the part that I really like is, well, who doesn't want to improve their life? I love how they qualified that. Don't use this app unless you want to improve your life. But the one that really stuck with me was a local investor. She's right? That's the reason that people are using Mindcurrent. Because we've had 15,000 beta testers before we launch the first paid version. Thank you.